Great American Beer Drinker here today, and we'll be reviewing an American classic. PABST Blue Ribbon, baby! Yeah, it's like America in a can! Please like and subscribe to my channel. If you guys have any ideas for future beer-related videos, please leave a comment down below. Today we're going to be reviewing the three PABST beers I can get here in the States. PABST Blue Ribbon, PABST Easy, the low calorie, and PABST APA, American Pale Ale. There's also a PABST Heavy up in Canada, but we can't get that here in the States. So if any of my Canadian brothers and sisters like to send that to me, I will take it. Now, PABST is the fifth largest brewery in the United States, started in 1844. Now, PABST is the fifth largest. They have virtually zero advertising. Now, consider that Bud Light spends millions and millions of dollars trying to convince you that that horse piss in a can is actually palatable, drinkable beer. Now let's get into the review. Up first, the original PABST Blue Ribbon.
The poor test.
Everybody always sees do a beer review on YouTube, always pours their beer into a glass and they comment on the head and the color and the smell. I don't know what that has to do with how drinkable a beer is or not. But I got this 16-ounce PABST chalice, so I poured the PABST in here. Let's give this a taste. That's a very drinkable American beer. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little partial to PABST. I drink a lot of PABST. I've been drinking PABST since I've been a little kid. When I was in high school, you got two of your friends together and you both had $3 a piece. You had a case of PABST. I mean, that's just smoother than your old lady in silk pajamas sleeping on silk sheets. It is good American beer.
Is it bongable?
Oh, man. I should have bought 12-ounce cans. I'm 37 years old. Right. Yeah, that's really quite bongable. If I was a college kid, I would definitely recommend you try PABST Blue Ribbon in your beer bong. Up second, the PABST Easy.
The poor test.
PABST Easy, their light, low-calorie beer. Pours into a glass like a beer does. It has a little bit of a head and it has some bubbles. But we all know that has nothing to do with taste. Let's taste this. This beer is a little bit of a mystery to me. Like, I don't know why PABST makes it. It's lower in ABV at 3.8. Sure, it has a pretty can, but who are they appealing to? They don't advertise, so they're not going to get like the Bud Light drinkers and the Coors drinkers and the Miller Lite drinkers be like, oh, that's such a much better beer, which it is than those beers. To me, Bud Light tastes like somebody mixed a half a can of Spit and a half can of Budweiser together, and bam, that's Bud Light. This beer, it just doesn't have a flavor of, it just doesn't have any flavor. I'm a full diesel kind of guy. You're not going to get a positive review of a light beer from me. I don't like light beers. I like my beers to taste like beer. I mean, as far as light beers, is it one of the better ones I've had? Yeah. Could I kill an 18-pack on a hot summer day? Yeah, I could. But this is the same price as PABST Blue Ribbon. $5.99, 6-pack of Pounders here in Ohio. I just don't see myself going out of my way to buy this.
Is it bongable?
Let's find out how this one goes down the old gullet from a bong. Yeah, highly bongable. I mean, it's a lighter beer, so that's to be expected. Up third, PABST APA.
The poor test.
PABST American Pale Ale. Now, it pours a little bit darker than the PABST Blue Ribbon, but that's to be expected. It has a little bit higher ABV at 5%. Now, this is made with American hops, opposed to like an English or an Indian Pale Ale that's brewed with English hops. So, yeah, America! Let's taste it. Now, if you only drink American adjunct lagers, you're probably not going to like this beer. If you was just getting into like craft brews, yeah, you'd probably like this beer. It has an IBU of only 25, where most like Indian pale ales and stuff like that are between 40 and 70. So it's significantly less bitter. It tastes kind of like pine cones and citrus, but all in all, I mean, it is a very drinkable beer. I mean, if your taste buds are aligned to this type of beer, if you're used to drinking Miller Lite and somebody hands you one of these, you're probably going to throw up. I mean, just how it is.
Is it bongable?
I ain't gonna lie. This is the beer I look least forward to bonging tonight. Especially since I'm 37 years old and I bonged 2 beers in the last half an hour, but let's see. PABST APA bongable. I'm getting too old for this shit. No, I don't recommend it. Let's take a moment of silence to remember the beers I've sacrificed during the making of this video. If I had to choose, it'd be definitely PABST Blue Ribbon first, APA second, the Easy third. I mean, it is a light beer. But they're all American-made beers, and we support American beer.